Hello and welcome to session number 4 of this intro series. So today we'll be spending some time just doing a little bit of warm-ups, using some of the things that we've already learned in the previous sessions. And we're also going to introduce new poses today. And two key principles that I want to highlight for this session are hugging the midline with your legs and squaring the hips. So we're going to be doing a few poses that require that, and we'll get more into more details as to what those actions entail and how they look like and how to do that. So to start, please come to the very top of your mat and close your eyes. Separate your feet inner hip distance apart. Close your eyes and bring one hand to your belly, one hand to your heart, and just for a moment, begin to get settled into the awareness of your breath moving through your body. Begin to deepen your breath. Inhaling and exhaling in and out of your nose. Get settled into this moment, feeling not only the breath as it moves through you, but also your feet on the ground. Notice any sounds or noises that you may be picking up from around you. Notice the room temperature. With your attention fully engaged in the present moment, open your eyes, and we'll start by just doing a little bit of movement with breath. Feet inner hip distance apart. Remember to spread your toes and anchoring your feet down into the earth. Thighs back, lengthen your spine, inhale. Move your shoulders back and pull your navel into your spine, engaging your core. Maintain that as you inhale and reach your arms up overhead, look up for Urdhva Hastasana. And as you exhale, release your arms down by the sides of your body, mountain pose, Tadasana. Once more, inhale, reach up, Urdhva Hastasana, look up, arms overhead. Exhale, arms back down by the sides of your body and look straight ahead. Mountain pose, Tadasana. One more just like that. Inhale, reach up, Urdhva Hastasana. Exhale, arms back down by the sides of your body. Mountain pose, Tadasana. We'll start adding a little bit more movements here, more poses. Inhale, reach up, Urdhva Hastasana. Exhale, dive down, stick your booty back and bend your knees and lower down, bring your belly down to your thighs. Touch the ground with your fingertips or use the blocks. Fold over your legs, Uttanasana. Inhale, straighten your arms, keep your knees as bent as they are. As you stick your booty back, thighs back, look forward. Exhale, once more, belly and chest towards your thighs for Uttanasana. Fold over your legs. Again, inhale, lift and lengthen, Ardha Uttanasana, straight arms, thighs back. Bring your hands to your hips, point your shoulders and elbows up, stick your booty back, long spine, pressing into your feet, come all the way back up to standing, and release your arms down by the sides of your body. Mountain pose. Let's do that again. Inhale, reach up, Urdhva Hastasana. Exhale, dive down, Uttanasana. Stick your booty back, belly to your thighs, bending your knees, fold over your legs. Inhale, lift and lengthen, Ardha Uttanasana, look forward. Stick your booty back, keeping your knees as bent as they were. And exhale, Uttanasana, fold over your legs. Very good. Pressing down to your feet. Once more, inhale, lengthen, and bring your hands to your hips. Stick your booty back, keep your spine long, so not rounded. Stick your booty back, long spine. Point your elbows and shoulders up away from the floor. And as you push your feet into the earth, come all the way back up to standing, navel to the spine, straighten your legs, arms down by the sides of the body. Now this time, bring one block, or if you don't have a block, you can roll up a blanket or a towel and place it in between your thighs. Spread your feet as wide as the prop that you have in between your legs allows you to do. Okay, so as you hug your legs in, navel into the spine, inhale, reach your arms up overhead, squeeze the block. Exhale, arms to the side, stick your booty back. Keep squeezing the block as you bend your knees and stick your booty back, long spine. Now you have that other one block in front of you, or whatever you're using, fold over your legs. Inhale, lift and lengthen, thighs back, look forward. Exhale, fold. Once more, Uttanasana. Keep squeezing that block. As you inhale and lengthen, stick your booty out, squeeze the block, hands to your hips, point your shoulders and elbows up, and press into your feet, squeeze the block, come up to standing, navel to the spine. Release your arms back down. One more just like that. Inhale, reach up, squeeze the block in between your legs. Exhale, dive down, stick your booty back, bend your knees, long spine, hands to the floor or block, Uttanasana. Inhale, lift and lengthen, Ardha Uttanasana, thighs back, long spine. Exhale, Uttanasana, fold over your legs. Again, inhale, lift and lengthen, Ardha Uttanasana. Hands to your hips, point your shoulders and elbows up as you stick your booty back and keep your spine long. Now, as you squeeze the block, press to your feet, come all the way up to standing, navel to the spine, release your arms back down. Now, just as a little exercise, keep squeezing the block and jump around. So the block shouldn't move. See, you're jumping, jumping, jumping. That's what you're really doing there is just drawing your legs and hugging the midline. One of the principles, key principles that I wanted to highlight for today. Okay, so there you have it. So just a little bit of that warm-up movement there. And the first pose I want to introduce today for you, it's called chair pose, Utkatasana, okay? And we'll do it with the feet inner hip distance apart, like mountain pose Tadasana, right? And you're gonna continue to do that principle of hugging that block, imaginary block in between your legs. Actually, place it in between your thighs. We'll do that one with and one without, okay? So spread your toes. As you squeeze the block, move the fronts of the thighs back, shoulders back. Draw your navel into your spine, keeping your core engaged. Inhale, reach your arms up overhead into Urdhva Hastasana. And as you exhale, bend your knees and stick your booty back again like you did before. Begin to send your hips back and sit down as if you're lowering your butt to a chair. So avoid letting the weight go forward to the knees. You have to put the weight back into your hips. Yeah, squeeze that block. Squeeze, 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 and it's called chair pose for a reason. So that you're sort of sitting in a chair that's made out of air. Deepen your breath. Once more, keep squeezing the block and pressing down to your feet. Straighten your legs, come up to standing, release your arms back down. So remove the block. We'll do that one more time without it. And you can either try it with your feet inner hip distance apart. You can try it with your big toes touching, inner legs hugging in. Your choice. See how that feels for you. Okay, so spread your toes and hug your legs in. Imagine you had that block in between your thighs and move your fronts of the thighs into the backs of your thighs. Shoulders back, navel in. Inhale, reach your arms up overhead for Urdhva Hastasana. Look up. As you exhale, bend your knees and sit down. So send your hips back, Utkatasana. Hug your legs in. Deepen your breath, navel to the spine. Utkatasana, chair pose. Once more, squeeze your hips in. And as you exhale, straighten your legs. Arms back down, mountain pose, Tadasana. Very well. Okay, so the next pose we're going to do is a modification of Warrior One pose, Virabhadrasana A. Why is it a modification? Because we're making it like a little easier to keep the hips square by lifting the back heel off the floor. Generally, and if you go to some yoga classes, they'll have the classical shape of the pose with the back heel down on the ground. Just be aware of that. But really the focus, and it's much easier for that focus of squaring the hips to lift that back heel off the floor. And squaring the hips mean, like if you're standing right here, both of your hips are in the same line, right? So the hip bones are right here. They're in the same straight line. And that's what we're gonna try to replicate, because it gets trickier to do when one leg is forward and the other one is back. And so we tend to kind of like twist the hips, right? So the trick here is to avoid doing that, okay? So here we go. If you're facing the side of the mat, come to the very top of your mat, okay? And we're gonna do this from Uttanasana. So out of the Uttanasana, actually, place your blocks down in front of you, the tallest position. Bring your hands to your hips. Spread your toes, feet inner hip distance apart. And as you hug the imaginary block in between your thighs, bend your knees, stick your booty back, so long spine, right? And fold over your legs, but keep your spine long. Bring your hands to the blocks, okay? So straight spine, don't be rounded to try to straighten your legs. It's better to bend the knees and stick your booty back, remember that, okay? So right here, step your right foot back. So keep the left one forward, step the right foot back and bend the front knee at a 90-degree angle. So it's like a very long step back. If you took that step and the front knee is going over the ankle, that means the back foot has to go further back. So that knee and the ankle are in line. They can be like this, never over the ankle, because that puts pressure on the knee, okay? So remember that. Then right there where you are, this is where the squaring the hips comes into place. We tend to shorten this side, so the left outer hip's gonna kind of pull forward, right? So again, imagine you have that block in between your thighs and you hug that imaginary block, right? Thighs back and move that front hip, which is your left one right now, back a little. The left one forward, so you're sort of squaring the hip bones right there. Yeah. Keeping that, draw your navel to your spine. So draw your navel up, away from the floor, and bring your hands to your hips. Back heel is on the floor, hips are square, arms up overhead. This is your modified warrior one pose. One more breath here. And as you exhale, hands back down to the blocks, bending the back knee, take a step forward, slide the blocks forward, thighs back, stick your booty back, Ardha Uttanasana. Straight arms. Okay, side B. This time, keep the right foot forward, step the left leg back. Remember, the front knee in line with the front heel. The ankle. Hear your breath. Hold the imaginary block in between your thighs. Move the thighs back, so stick your booty out. And again, right outer hip back, left outer hip forward, square your hips, hands to your hips. Pull your navel up away from the floor into your spine. Come up straighter, arms overhead, modified warrior one pose. One more breath here. And hands back down to the blocks, bending the back knee, push off the back foot to step forward, blocks in front of you, stick your booty back, Ardha Uttanasana. Bring your hands to your hips, point your shoulders and elbows up away from the floor, and come back up to standing. There you go. Okay, the next pose we're going to do today is Parsvottanasana. Okay, so that's pyramid pose, and that's another one that requires the squaring of the hips. So have your blocks on the tallest position or the shoe boxes or whatever you're using, and step in between them, like so. Hands to your hips, deepen your breath. And this time you're gonna take a step back, only not as long as the previous one. This one is about 4.5 or 5 steps back. So step your right foot back, keep the left foot forward. 4.5 or 5 steps, so it's a shorter stance, right? And then here, notice how the hips tend to do this, right? They're not square. If I see my hip bones, they're not in the same line. So press your feet down. Imagine you have the block in between your thighs and you're squeezing it, right? As you squeeze the block, move the left outer hip back, right outer hip forward, okay? I'm trying to put my shirt right into my pants, so it's gonna make it a little easier for you to see what's going on. And back. So square the hips so they're not like that. Square, hug, hands to the hips, pressing your feet into the earth. Stick your booty back and begin to lower your chest down. And so you may feel like, oh my God, there's an intense stretch on the front leg. That's normal. That's what the purpose of this pose is, right? So if you feel that you begin to round, just bend the front knee a little, stick your booty back, hands to the blocks, keeping your spine bone. Again, don't round your back. If you're rounding your back, bend the front knee, stick the booty back, or bring up the hands a little higher and have the two blocks stacked on the inner edge of the foot. If you are rounding, okay, then you just need maybe higher lift for your hands. Deepen your breath. Very good. And to come out of the pose, hands to your hips, point your shoulders and elbows up, come up and step forward. Thank God we only have 2 legs, so we'll do it only one more time. Keep the right foot where it is. Step the left leg back. 4.5 or 5 steps. Your 10 toes are pointing straight forward. Again, you see, as soon as you step back, it's normal. Your hips are going to be unsquared. See how they're like diagonal. They're not in the same line. So imagine the block in between your legs and hug it in. The right outer hip moves back as the left outer hip moves forward. So now you're squaring your hips. Deepen your breath, hands to the hips. Take a deep breath in. Exhale, stick your booty back and begin to lower your chest downwards. Keeping your spine long, right? Hands to the blocks. Remember, you can, again, bring the blocks on the inner edge of the foot and stack them if you need to. Breathing here, thighs back. Remember, you can bend the front knee a little to continue to stick your booty back. Very well. Hands to your hips. Point your shoulders and elbows up and press into your feet. Come up to standing. Step forward. Pyramid pose, Parsvottanasana. Right. The next one we're doing, it's called Anjaneyasana. And we're going to have the blocks right here and come from Ardha Uttanasana one more time. Okay, so hands to your hips, feet inner hip distance apart. Hold the imaginary block, stick your booty back, navel in, shoulders back, inhale. Exhale, lower down, stick your booty back, hands to your blocks. Okay, once more, step your right leg back this time. Keep the left foot forward. And this is a long step back so that the front knee bends at a 90-degree angle. The knee is in line with the ankle or can be further back, never over. Reminder right there. Then move your blocks to be in line with the front foot. Okay. Exercise. Stick your booty back. Hug the imaginary block. Take a deep breath in. And as you exhale, you're going to lower the back knee almost to the ground. So you can look down and see when it's almost going to touch the ground, you lift it back up. Do that a couple more times. Look at the back knee, try to lower it down. When it's almost on the ground, lift it back up. Once more. And back up. So you notice that you really are working the strength of the back leg and the back toes are tucked under. There's a lot of weight on that back foot. Keep that, okay? And you lower that knee almost as if you're going to touch the ground and then just place it down, keeping the weight on the back foot. Don't transfer the weight to the knee that now came to the floor. That's the key here, okay? Navel to the spine, keep pressing the back foot down. For some of you, if you feel a lot of discomfort with the knee on the ground, you can use your blanket or towel to place it there. Or you may just fold the mat a little to give extra padding to your knee and bring your hands to your front leg. Okay? Hands to the front leg or hands to the blocks. Okay? See which one feels easier, more accessible to you. Hug your legs in as if you had a block, stick your booty back, navel in. Inhale, arms up overhead. Exhale, fully navel to the spine. One more breath. Inhale. And exhale, hands back down. Lift the back knee up and take a step forward. Uttanasana, bend into your thighs, slide the blocks forward, fold over your legs. Inhale, lift and lengthen. Stick your body back, lengthen your spine. Exhale, step your left leg back this time. long step, bend the front knee again at a 90-degree angle and slide your blocks to be in line with the front foot. So this is a great pose because you're really stretching the front of the thigh here and the iliopsoas muscle. It all gets super tight with sitting down a lot, which we all do. So the great things to do here. Now lower the back knee down to the ground. You already know if you needed that extra padding to do that here. Oh, actually, I forgot something. Lift the back knee up. Okay, so once more, I think I did the same side. There you go. And no, I didn't. And I told you I don't edit the videos because if you were taking a live class, this can happen. This will happen sometimes. Okay, so inhale here, stick your booty back. Exhale, lower the back knee down to the ground almost, and then lift it back up. And do that a couple more times. Lowering the knee until it almost touches the ground, and then come back up. Last one. It's a little bit of strength work here. Keep the weight on the back foot, lower the knee back down. Remember to place extra padding if you need it. And keep your hands either on the blocks or on the front thigh, whichever feels more accessible to you right now. Hugging the legs in as if you had the block. Thighs move back, navel in. Inhale, arms up overhead. And your knees. As you exhale, draw your navel into your spine. Just one more breath. Inhale. And as you exhale, hands back down. Lift the back knee up. Step forward, slide the blocks forward. Belly to your thighs, fold over your legs. Uttanasana. Inhale, lift and lengthen. Ardha Uttanasana. Stick your booty back, hands to your hips. Point your shoulders and elbows up. And pressing down to your feet, come back up to standing. Navel in. Very well. So 3 poses that we've learned today, actually 4. So Utkatasana, Vira 1, chair pose, Warrior 1, Parsvottanasana, and Anjaneyasana were the poses that I really wanted to show you for today. So right here, the last thing we're going to do is just come back down to the ground and kind of lengthen the spine. And today we're going to do a short little Shavasana, that last pose to lay on the ground in transition before we come back up to standing. Okay, so come back down to the ground, lay on your back. And as you lay on your back, you can either stretch your arms out in a T shape. So the arms are straight and the shoulders and wrists are in line. Your wrist is not all the way up there, down. The wrist is in line with the shoulder. If you don't have room to keep your arms straight like that, you can bend your elbows and keep your elbows as high as your shoulders. Widen your feet as far as the outer edges of your mat go. And take a deep breath in here. Now stick your booty out. You should feel the low back coming off the floor. All right, so it's not the lower back, it's not flat on the ground. There's space there. Keeping that, then draw your navel into your spine towards the ground beneath you. Take one more inhale. And as you exhale, let your knees come to the right and your head come to your left. Breathe here. Deepen your breath once more. Inhale, come back to center. Stick your booty out, and as you exhale, go over to the other side. Knees to your left, head to your right, navel to the spine. Deepen your breath. Inhale, come back up to center. You always want to inhale coming out of the twist because it lengthens your spine as you move from one side to another. And keeping your feet as wide as they are, bring your knees together. Bring one hand to your belly, one hand to your heart, like you did at the beginning, and breathe here. Stick your booty back and out. Bring your feet a little closer together and slide your legs forward and down, arms resting by the sides of your body, palms facing up the sky. Take a deep breath in through your nose. Exhale out of your mouth. Releasing the control of your breath. Just remain aware of the natural ebb and flow, air moving through you, in and out. Notice the back of your body, like the backs of your shoulders, your back ribs, moving against the ground beneath you. Notice your belly and chest rising and falling. Notice maybe any sounds you can pick up from around you. The temperature of the room and your body. The weight of your body resting on the ground. Begin to deepen your breath. Stretch and move in any way that feels good to you right now. You don't need to. And gently just roll off to your right hand side and come to a fetal position. Push the floor away with your hands and come back. So this completes session number 4. I hope that you're feeling good. Again, please feel free to drop me a line if you have any questions. If you want to show me something and get some adjustments, I'll be more than happy to help you. Till the next time, namaste.